And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. After my rant yesterday, the Liverpool hierarchy must have been watching because Liverpool have agreed a defender deal. Yesterday, of course, our last video we were speaking about the Katruda deal falling through and not going to be happening. And I went on a rant and said that Liverpool need to reinforce their defensive positions. And whilst this deal isn't going to be until the summer, the club have still struck a deal. It's all done, all agreed, and a certain Jeremy Jackett will be on his way to Anfield. Guys, let's break down what we know, but as always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So yes, a lot happened last night when you were sleeping or just as you were going to bed. Liverpool presented long-term project to Jeremy Jackett, a key part of the squad immediately from June. Player very convinced and happy. Chelsea's decision, well, Chelsea were apparently in the race as well. But of course, Jeremy Jackett got the here we go last night from Fabrizio Romano, and he's going to be joining Liverpool Football Club in the summer. Paul Joyce there as well. Jeremy Jackett will begin the reconstruction of Liverpool's defence. And yeah, he's, of course, on his way to Anfield. Now, again, I was more on the sort of standpoint that we need. I think I'm still on the same standpoint as last night. I still think we need defensive reinforcements this January, and I would have been trying to strike a deal for now, trying to get him in through the door now, because there's still so much to compete for. You know, top four is not guaranteed for Liverpool at this moment in time, and the Champions League is there to play for. This club in the Champions League has a romantic love story with this competition, so it's always possible to win it. Now, what we were getting outside the Liverpool the Liverpool camp yesterday, the reason why they didn't go for the Katruda deal was because Joe Gomez is coming back fairly soon. But we're still one injury away from a crisis with inside Liverpool. So what happens if we get an injury in the defensive line next week, for instance? Are we going to have Endo at centre-back? Are we going to carry on playing Szoboszlai at right-back whilst he does play like Roberto Carlos? Is that the best use of Dominic Szoboszlai playing in those positions and Endo? I think we should always be looking to try and reinforce now. But again, this is the right step in the right direction. And yes, you might say, well, Dan, you're never happy. But yeah, but look, listen, of course I'm happy. This is a player that is very, very highly rated. A lot of top teams were looking at him and were trying to get him. Chelsea, of course, were interested. But Fabrizio Romano has been very, very, very consistent with this story. Kind of the only one reporting on it throughout the January transfer window, that Liverpool were monitoring the player. No Liverpool fan really thought too much of it. However, the deal's done and the deal is agreed, and he will be joining Liverpool Football Club in June. But do let me know your thoughts on this. And are you still frustrated at the lack of transfer business in the January transfer window for the here and now? Let me know in the comments.
Milos Kerkez delivered his most complete performance, yet in a Liverpool shirt as the Reds powered to a 4-1 victory over Newcastle at Anfield, with the Hungarian left-back left visibly moved by the atmosphere generated inside the stadium. Liverpool made it 10 goals at Anfield in the space of a week on Saturday night, once again demonstrating their ability to overwhelm opponents on home soil. After briefly falling behind, the Reds responded with authority, energy and intensity, qualities that have become synonymous with their performances under Arne Slot. Among the standout contributors was Kerkez, who continued his impressive recent run of form and registered his first assist for the club. The 22-year-old's display was defined not only by his attacking quality, but also by his composure and maturity, hallmarks of a player growing rapidly into his role. Speaking to LFC TV after the match, Kerkez was clearly buzzing, praising both the result and the influence of the supporters. Really happy, great mentality and great energy in the stadium from the fans, he said. Really unbelievable today. I've never felt this, to be honest. Today was crazy. I think everyone got a lot of energy from that, and like you say, great team spirit, great fight, great performance. Newcastle posed a physical threat during spells of the contest, particularly from set pieces in the opening stages, but Liverpool's defensive resolve never wavered. Kerkez acknowledged the challenge posed by Eddie Howe's side, while highlighting the collective effort required to withstand it. We had 25 minutes where they had a couple of set pieces, and we had to stay brave and focus and head the ball away because they're a tall team, he explained. but brilliant from Ali, Ibu, Verg to defend these crosses. One of the most emotional moments of the evening came courtesy of Ibrahima Konate, whose goal and heartfelt celebration followed the tragic passing of his father last month. Kerkez was quick to pay tribute to his teammate, offering insight into the respect and affection he commands within the squad. "We all love him," Kerkez said. "It's obviously sad what happened. Big respect for Ibu, and big love that he came back early and wanted to train and help us today. He showed brilliant mentality and scored a goal, and we're all really happy for him, and we all love him." Like many of Liverpool's summer recruits, Kerkez required time to adapt to life at one of the biggest clubs in world football. Early season inconsistency led to some scrutiny, but his recent performances underline why Liverpool invested in him and why patience remains vital with the young signings. Over the past month, the Hungarian has grown in confidence and authority, steadily establishing himself as the club's first choice left-back ahead of Andy Robertson. The raw edges that marked his earlier outings have been smoothed out, replaced by a more assured, disciplined presence on the flank. Against Newcastle, his quality and possession was on full display, with a perfectly weighted pass setting up Hugo Ekitike for Liverpool's second goal, his first Premier League assist for the club. It was a moment that encapsulated Kerkez's evolution, calm under pressure, decisive in the final third, and fully in tune with the demands of Liverpool's system. At just 22 years of age, Kerkez's ceiling remains extremely high. Performances like this are a reminder of the player who impressed so consistently at Bournemouth last season and why Liverpool saw him as a long-term solution. More importantly, his rise serves as a timely lesson in patience, particularly in an era where judgments are often made too quickly. Kerkez is now showing that with time, trust and belief, the rewards can be substantial. Liverpool's emphatic response against Newcastle felt significant, not only for the scoreline but for the individuals beginning to truly find their footing in red. For Milos Kerkez, this was another clear step forward. A night where confidence, composure and quality aligned in front of an Anfield crowd that lifted the team at every turn. His growing influence down the left flank underlined both his personal progress and Liverpool's wider momentum, reinforcing the belief that the club's patience is starting to pay off. If this performance is any indication, Kerkez is no longer simply settling in. He is beginning to shape games, and Anfield is quickly becoming the stage where his Liverpool story properly takes hold. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.